If I traded it all, if I could.
Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be very cool, okay? My next guest is Dwayne Farnsworth. He's America's Young Entrepreneur Coach. Oh, my gosh. When you just say that, you just go, wow, don't we need that? Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you do, what you got going on.
Thank you, Carol. It's great to be back at KFNX. I am excited to be in studio, and I'm excited to talk about and promote a workshop that we have coming up in October 12th through the 14th here in the Valley. I teach young entrepreneurship workshops around the country, so I'm glad I'm a Valley native, and I'm glad to be bringing the workshop back home here to Arizona.
Oh, my gosh. Now, you said that you're glad to be back at KFNX, and the reason was you had a show here.
I love KFNX. I love its audience, and yes, I would still be doing the show if I didn't have so many responsibilities around the country with these workshops.
We're going to be here talking about it right now, and I want to talk about those. First of all, I want to know about you and what the a young entrepreneur coach is.
Well, most of the coaching that I do is during the workshops. I do have some young people who ask me to coach them in terms of their businesses and their ventures that they have ideas for. I have a client who's written 3 children's books and is publishing her 4th one. When she published her first one with me, she was 12 years old. Now she's 14, and she is tearing it up. So,
I was just going to ask you, what's young?
Well, youth, teens, and young adults is the sweet spot for my, I don't want to call it a career. This is an avocation, not a vocation. I'm an attorney by trade. And so junior high school students, and then early college students is where I teach.
So you've got one coming up. Let's talk about it. We
have a workshop, Yes Discovery Workshop. You can find that at yesdiscoveryworkshop.com, and it's a 3-day interactive, immersive, experiential training about what business is, how to communicate business, and then on the last day of the training, the youth actually, these high school students actually present a venture capital pitch, and they do a marvelous job at it.
I bet you. And they're probably all really excited when they come to this and actually start to learn, because they're learning something that they're going to be making their own money with.
Some are excited. I think you'll find that most parents will tell me they've brought their kid to the workshop kicking and screaming and dragging their feet. No, they don't know what they're going to do. The first thing we do is we assign them out. We get to know them, and then we assign them out into work groups. And they love working in work groups. And by the time we get done talking on Thursday morning about what a business is, what a solution to a consumer problem is, how do you name that, and put them in their group to come up with their own idea, the attitude changes completely. At the a workshop in Orlando, when they go on break, I'll look at some of their notes. They'll leave them on the table, and the very last page, this one gal had written, "I wish I wasn't here." By the 3rd day, I looked at that same note, and she scratched it out and says, "I am so glad that I'm here."
Oh, that's awesome.
It does change.
Now, you've got one coming up right here, October 12th through 14th. It's during fall break in Chandler. Let's talk about it.
Yes. A lot of times, parents tell me they had a difficulty in choosing whether they should take their child out of school for the Thursday and Friday of the workshop or leave them in school and not attend the workshop. But they made the decision to bring their child to the workshop, and they're so glad they did, because the attitude toward business, this isn't just a business and communication workshop. This is a confidence workshop. We teach business skills on Thursday. We teach what consumers are looking for, what type of business ideas are out there. How do you name your business? How do you copyright for your business? And once they write copy, they can take that copy into a flyer. They can take it to a website. They can take it to a commercial that they produce. And they produce these things in their work groups. My coaching is I go table to table to table, and I say, would you think a little bit more about how to present this product that you have in these terms? And I just kind of nudge them. I let them come up with their own ideas and produce their own materials and commercials. But my coaching is letting them know these are creative young people. Our kids are very entrepreneurial. I don't know what happens to us between 22 and 30, but when I get a high school age student, they all have great ideas. And some of these ideas on the last day when they're pitching to the judges, these are business owners in the community that are judging, and they ask very real, hard questions, and these kids are able to answer them. And I also see the judges taking notes, thinking, you know what? That's a really good idea. I wonder if some of the kids' ideas have been taken out into the market.
I'd love to go to one of them. I'm not a youngster, but you know what? I would love it. It sounds awesome. Now, you are offering, I want to talk a little bit about that too. You called them a free scholarship for maybe 2 of them that people are going to win. Can you tell me what that means?
Ideally, I like to work with about 25 young people in a program. More than that, it gets difficult to coach all of them.
Right.
And we charge $397 for the program. And I'm offering today to the listeners of KFNX 1100 that we're going to offer 2 scholarships. And all they have to do is call the station. If more than 2 call, then we're going to put the names in a bag and draw. And we will give 2 free seats at this October's workshop.
Okay, so I'm going to open up the lines to the audience for everybody to do that. Call in here now between now and the end of the segment. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. The website that they should check it out is yesdiscovery.com.
Workshop.com.
Okay, so it has the workshop. So yesdiscoveryworkshop.com. And we're going to open up the lines to the audience. 2 people are going to win a free a scholarship to do it.
For their high school teen.
For their high school teen. So again, our number here, 602-277-5369. Let me tell you something. If you're a grandparent and you've got a teen out there, or you got someone in your family out there this is perfect for them. Everybody should go through something like this. All teens should. Because you know what? We live in a world now, especially now, I bet you a lot of those baby boomers that are listening right now that wish that they had done something like this because they had gone through corporate all this time and then something was pulled from underneath them and now they're like, well, what do I do? These kids will all know what to do.
Entrepreneurial skills are not just for people who start and run their own businesses. We need entrepreneurs in government. We need entrepreneurs in nonprofits. We need entrepreneurs in the cubicles because when you run your position in those institutions like you're an entrepreneur, there's efficiencies and there's successes that will happen without having the entrepreneur on the team.
I'll tell you something. I think this sounds awesome. Again, it's October 12th through 14th, so it's during the fall break.
Yes.
Right? And it's in Chandler. You could check it out on their website. It's yesdiscoveryworkshop.com. You can also call them. They can talk to you a little bit about it, what they're doing. It's 480-229-3300. But you know what? We've got our lines open here. 2 people are going to get a scholarship. And that's all. Well, how much money was that?
$397 is the value of the program.
$397. Our number here, 602-277-5369. And toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Okay, it's 2 days, right?
It's 3 days.
It's 3 days.
Thursday is business. Friday is communication. We teach skills that are necessary in order to present to a venture capital pitch. So think Shark Tank. They're getting ready to pitch a Shark Tank. I will have a young person come up to me on a Thursday evening when we're finishing up and say, I love what we're doing. I've learned more about business today than I've learned in my whole life. Now they're 15 years old, granted, and they will say, however, Mr. Farnsworth, I can't present on Saturday. I just need to let you know. So I say, well, tomorrow we're going to talk about communication skills. Come on back. And we teach them how to present, how to use their voice, how to use their hands, how to use their body language. And we teach them business math. We have them prepare to present. And on Friday afternoon, we tell them, okay, get ready for your presentation. And assignments are made in their group. And I imagine that positive peer pressure happens because when little Susie is told or little Benny is told, you're going to present tomorrow, and they say, oh, no, Mr. Farnsworth didn't tell them. They present. They're the first ones on Saturday afternoon to come up and tell me, I didn't believe I could do it. Thank you so much for letting me do this.
That is awesome. Again, that's October 12th through the 14th. That's in Chandler. You could check out all the information. It's yesdiscoveryworkshop.com. You can also call them. Their phone number is 480-229-3300. And we've got 2 people that are going to win a free scholarship. It's a $397 value. Free to you guys out there. If more people call in, they're going to put all the numbers in a big hat and pull out a winner for that one too. So our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Before we go to a break, because we're going to come back and talk a little bit further about what you're going to do there, please tell them what your words would be for them to leave them with the break.
Okay. Don't discount how creative your kids are. And we want for our kids, for them to be successful, for them to be confident, and we want them to find happiness in life. and understanding the skills that it takes to be an entrepreneur and to interface with other people is what we'll teach.
What's the youngest child you'll take?
Well, we have different programs, but for the Yes Discovery Workshop, it's high school ages, 13 through 18.
So 13 through 18. I wanted to get that out. Give them a call. Their number 480-229-3300. Check out the website. It's yesdiscoveryworkshop.com. That's October 12th through the 14th. It's during the fall break in Chandler. We've got our lines open here, and we've got two people that are going to win a $97 scholarship for this. Our number here, 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. We'll be back in just a minute.
Thank you.
Welcome back. And we're talking with Dwayne Farnsworth, and he is America's Young Entrepreneur Coach. He's got this, it's a workshop that's coming up October 12th through 14th. And we've been talking a little bit about it. And during the break, I had some questions that I wanted to ask him. And now I want to talk to you about them on air. So exciting about this. And again, people that are listening, maybe you have children that are anywhere from
13 to 18 is the Yes Discovery Workshop program.
Okay. And maybe you're a grandparent who might haven't. And if you don't think your children are into this, they really would be. You have to give them the benefit of the doubt that they really, and you might even know someone that you can tell that they're that type, right?
Well, there are some kids that come in that are true entrepreneurs. There are other kids that come in, like I mentioned in the earlier segment, kicking and screaming. And by the time they leave, they are prepared for business.
Okay. Now, you said that you like to work with about 25 kids.
That's an
right?
ideal program.
Ideal. So we've got our lines open here. You check them out on their website while we're on the air here. And everybody out there on Facebook, please like us. Also, check it out on here. This is for all you people out there that have those kids that are of that age. Please, I implore you guys to go to this. This is awesome. Again, we've got everyone entered in to win. It's a free scholarship to go. Two people. We've got two people that are going to win. It's a $397 value free to you guys out there. More people that call in, he's going to put them in a big basket and pull out a winner for that third one, right?
We're going to put everything in the basket, and we're going to pull two scholarship winners out of that basket.
There you go. Okay. So, our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. YesDiscoveryWorkshop.com. I had asked you, what was kind of what they can see, what the days are going to be like. And one of the things I asked you is what it included. Does it include food and all that?
It does include food. The major costs of putting this workshop on is the facility rental and then the food, because we keep the young people at the facility so they can keep working with their groups. They're building a bond. Something about when you have team formation, there's a study that was done in the 1960s that said when you form a team, you've got formation. And they are, when you form them, then they storm a little bit, and then they norm, and then they perform. We keep them there so they can start working with their groups. We have to get them in 2.5 days to where they're performing. And instead of storming, if they show up at the venture capital pitch to the business owners and they've not reached the performance level yet, they're going to fall flat. It's going to be a bad experience. Very, very few bad experiences. When these kids leave this program, they understand business, they are better at communicating, and they've made some friends, and they've worked with some groups, and they love working in these groups.
Again, that's going to be on October 12th through the 14th. It's in Chandler. Check out the information. It's YesDiscoveryWorkshop.com. Call in here and get yourself entered in to win right here. Our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. So there's not really a perfect candidate, or do you think there is? Of your child, of that type of child that might, you're saying that you have some that are kicking and screaming, but there's some that really are probably already into it.
Most kids, like I mentioned before, are entrepreneurial. So what I found in the workshops is that certain youth show up with certain skills. They may be the tech person
They're the
who's going
ones
to put the
that have
website
the
together.
briefcases in their hands. They're following dad with the ties on, right?
Not too many of those.
Oh.
Okay. Today, our young people show up with all the technology they need to produce commercials and to produce websites right in their phone, right in their laptops they bring with them. So it's these kids bring their
See,
own
you can
particular
tell how
talent.
old I am. Yeah, but that's true.
So we have leaders that come, and we have kids with great ideas, and we have kids with technology skills, and they come together and they work as a team to put off a very good presentation to a venture capital group. And when they're done, they've developed confidence because they've done hard things. They also see every element of business. We have them put together a business plan. They have two things they have to do. They have to prepare a consumer pitch, like if you were selling that actual product, and then they have to prepare a venture capital pitch. They have to present the consumer pitch to the venture capitalist because that's how they get them excited about what this product can do. For example, at my last workshop, the young people came up with a door that opens on voice command. And they called their company Command Door. And one young man stands up and he says, imagine you're bringing your grandkids home and you've got them in your arms or your groceries, and you have to put them down and fumble for your keys, and then you open the door and put your foot in it and get them. How much better would it have been if you could have just said door open? And he used an emotional trigger there, and he had the judges eating out of his hands. He came up with that himself.
I'll tell you something. This is sort of like preparing your kids if they ever going to go on Shark Tank, right?
If they're ever going to start a business, if they're going to do
business.
something on the side, if they're going to, if I have a student she's going to be, like her parents, a veterinarian. But when she goes to veterinary school, I have a confidence that she's going to come out and outmarket her competition. That's what this is about. I want my students to go and develop a technical skill. Go to college, get a skill. But when you get out, market like no one else in your market.
When they leave, what do they leave with? But besides all of the knowledge that they're getting out of it?
Confidence. They have skills for communication. They have skills for team working. They have skills for business. They understand. I use the acronym PIES to explain what's out there to sell. There's a product, there's an information product, there's an experience, or there's a service. Plumbing is a service. An experience is like Disneyland. Information product is selling a self-help book like we had here earlier, or just a product. We know what a product is. And even in products, where do they come from? Do you produce it? Are you a middleman? Are you the retail? Or are you all three? And once they understand that's all the business there is in the world, that's all of it, then they don't have to wonder, well, I just have a piece of this understanding. I'm just a teenager. No. We expect far too little of our teenagers today, and I've seen as I've gone around the country, they are capable of putting on some great presentations. And then there are those who want to be entrepreneurs, who want to start their own micro business, and I will coach them through that. That's not part of this program. And that micro business is something that has fewer zeros on it. When they make mistakes, it doesn't cost them. They're not in bankruptcy. And it's great for them to learn about business and how it works before they go to college while they're still in high school.
I think it's awesome. Again, we have our lines open here, and they're going to, just everyone that's calling in, they're going to put it in a big bag. They're going to pull out two winners of the scholarship.
Yes.
And that is a $397 value free to you guys out there. Our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Check it out on the website. It's YesDiscoveryWorkshop.com. And again, it's from the October 12th through the 14th, and it's during the fall break, and it's in Chandler. Go ahead.
If you're an entrepreneurial parent, if you have your own business, you want to be able to speak to your child, but our kids don't listen to us to a large degree. I mean, they're listening to us, but they're looking out the window and rolling their eyes.
On their phones.
Exactly. So I had a mother come to me on Friday morning after the Thursday. We talked about marketing. We talked about copywriting. We talked about how to prepare a business plan. And I'd already broken the kids up into groups. And so I'm standing at the side of the room. She thinks I have some free time, but parents expect me to be keeping an eye on what's going on. And that's when I coach as well. But she pulls me aside and says, I need you to tell me what you told my daughter yesterday. And I went, oh no, I started thinking, could have I said that offended, when she got back? So I said, come at lunchtime. And they'll be eating lunch and we can talk. And when she comes back at lunchtime, she says, I've been talking to my daughter about marketing for 3 years now. She comes home comes back to the hotel room explaining things that you taught her yesterday that I've been trying to teach her. What did you say?
That's awesome.
And I said, it wasn't what I said or how I said it. It's who said it. I wasn't you. I wasn't their mother.
That's the best.
So
I know.
My kids don't listen to me. but you get 30 of your kids together in a room and they'll listen to me. Go figure.
I know, it's amazing. Again, tell them we only have a couple of minutes, so tell them kind of the process of what you're going to do the 3 days that they're there.
The very first day, we're going to get them, we're going to get to know them, get them to know each other. We're going to teach them what business opportunities are out there and what they need to do to come up with a great name for a business and a great product. It's all about copywriting Thursday afternoon. It's about writing their copy, doing commercials on Thursday. Friday morning, it's communication skills, how to communicate from the stage, one-to-many presentations. And then they start working on their own presentations, both the consumer presentation as well as the venture capital pitch. They come back on Saturday morning, and we coach them some more round robin, how to get a fine-tuned presentation. And then they pitch to business owners in town, and it is like drinking from a fire hose. They will not have time to get bored. I promise you that. It'll be interesting, exciting, experiential, and immersive.
Now, again, check it out on the website. It's YesDiscoveryWorkshop.com. You can also call them. That phone number is 480-229-3300. And everyone's calling in. Keep on calling for the next 5 minutes or so. You're getting entered in to win a free scholarship. They're going to pull 2 winners for everybody. That's a $397 value free to you or anyone that you know. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. It is October 12th through the 14th. It's during the fall break in Chandler. Check it out. It's YesDiscoveryWorkshop.com. Call in here. Keep on calling 602-277-5369. And toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. It's YesDiscoveryWorkshop.com.